Great defeat on opening day here at Macclesfield. What are your thoughts on the game?
Listen, I've just said to him after the game, I think we applied ourselves really well. I thought we caused them a lot of problems. I thought we played well. I actually thought we played well, but the negative part of this is that we've gave 3 goals away, all from set plays. Well, 2 set plays, and we're working our way through pre-season how dangerous we can be from set plays. But we took the eye off the ball in his own 18-yard box, his own 6-yard box. I think 1-0 up, deserving to be there, and then switch off on a set play. And I think it's not just individuals; it's collectively. We allow it to be played short, we allow it to be too easy. Then the ball's put in the box, we're not picking up. It's too easy, and then they're back in the game. I think there's probably opportunities in the second half where we could have, it's bouncing around the 18-yard box that we could have maybe pulled the trigger. I think their goals pulled a good save off early doors, but then. It's a throw-in. It's a throw-in for us. It's our set play in the second half. It's our set play. We set it up, and we don't do the basics right. And we've conceded 3 goals today that, I think you'd probably come against Macclesfield, and especially like last season, and watching them play and various things, and to how they look to open teams up, how they look to break teams down. I think the last thing that you'd probably say is that they'd get 3 goals from set plays. And we've gave them away. Like I said, two corners and our own throw-in in the final third, which ends up with 20 seconds back of our net. So I'm not actually disappointed in how we played. I'm actually quite pleased with how we played. We know it's going to be difficult. We know it's a tough start to the season. We just know it's a tough away game to come. And if we play like that in 40 odd games that we've got this year, we'll be all right. There's no doubt in that. But we have to defend better, and we have to defend better in not open play, because today I thought we adapted really well. We adapted into shape, we manoeuvred, we changed the shape when we needed to do, and shifted across and make sure we tried to nullify them. I don't think the cut us open. I think Tommy's pulled a great save off in the second half. I can't really think of anything else on there, but end of the day we leave here with 0 points, and they've got 3, and like I said, it's kind of mixed emotions, because where they applied themselves, where they conduct themselves all week, all pre-season, and then to bring it into 90 minutes today, and for us to switch off on set plays is quite disappointing from that. But in play, there's a lot there that I've seen that's positive, and I've got to take that out of the game and bring it into the next.
Yeah, and like you said, there's plenty of positives to take from the game, and I think the pressing up high up the pitch was what caused our first goal. How important was that today, and how good do you think we played out of that?
Yeah, we worked all week on trying to look at their threats and how they like to start attacks, to try and look at what we've got and what ability we've got in our change room, try and nullify that, and I thought we did that extremely well. We decided that we weren't going to sit off them. We were going to go man for man, and we were going to go for blow and toe for toe, and they struggled to get out. And from the first goal, nicking it and working the ball wide and getting the ball in the box. I thought it was well worked goal, and well deserved. I think well deserved, but that's good in open play. We've just got to make sure that we tighten up in our play, really.
And obviously, you're saying set pieces there. How important is it now for the in the 2 training sessions of the week to work on that and just sharpen up on it?
Yeah, it's the first game of the season. Listen, things are not won and lost in the first game of the season. I don't think I've got a great record in the first game of the season since I've been at this club anyway. So it's on to the next game. 24-hour rule. Listen, we dust ourselves down. We analyse the game. We pick up the points that we have to with the lads, and then we look to focus on next week and look to build on the positive outset and the positive things that we've done this year. We know it's tough. We know it's a tough year. We know it's a massive jump, but I've seen a lot of things today to show me that we have got good players in there, players that are more than capable of playing this level and are ready for this level. And we as a club, as a squad, we're ready for this level. But we've got to learn that at this level, you don't get people are ruthless and don't give you second chances, and we've got to ensure that we are rock solid in certain areas to ensure that we're not giving soft goals away.
And Starchenko with his opening goal of the season, taking his form from last season into this one, how important is he going to be in the 45 games ahead?
Yeah, in all honesty, I actually thought he was best player on pitch for both sides today. I thought he pressed really well. I think he was disciplined as well right at the beginning in his press, saving his energy. But he nicked a lot of balls. I think the goal he started that off, and then ended up getting on the end of it. So on the shot from buzzer. So I thought it was really good today. I think he should be really pleased with himself. A really positive performance for him, and he's going to be a big player for us this year, and it's going to be a big year for him as well.
It doesn't get any easier next week with Kidderminster. How important is it to take the positives from today into that game, and then maybe fix the mistakes that have happened in this one?
Look, it's game by game. That's our mentality this year. We're not going to get too high if what points that we pick up. We're not going to get too low on things, but we have to learn. And it's our jobs as a management team is to make sure everyone does learn, and we do learn what's gone on today. It's 90 minutes of football. Next week's 90 minutes of football. The week after's 90 minutes of football. That's what it is. So we take it week by week. We don't get too high. We don't get too low. But there's a lot of positives. And I also think the guys that came off the bench today, they've had difficult pre-seasons. Woods has just joined us late. Lewis has been in and out with injuries. I thought he looked really sharp when he came on, coming on the inside. And Abbott, we know we've got to get more juice into his body and more fit. But it's good to get him out on the pitch for what's been probably a 0 pre-season. So again, we've got to look at that as a positive. We've got to look that we've got bodies out on the pitch, and now we've got a big couple of weeks to get everyone fit. To what will be a good competitive squad.
And finally, a word on the fans who travelled down. How good is it to see them back on the opening day of the season?
Oh, magnificent! Yeah. Again, I think that there's no doubt they're the best fans for me in non-league football. In football for me, I think they've been unbelievable since I've been here. And again today, they come out in the numbers, they cheer the lads, they back them, through thick and thin. And we're going to need that this year. We're going to need it. We're not going to get everything our own way like we probably have over the last 3 years. Like I said, this is a massive jump in ability and standards, and we've got to have that 12th man. And we ask for them to be the 12th man every single game. And what you'll get with us in return is that you'll get 100% to try and get them smiles on their face and rewards, which is obviously wins and 3 points.
Cheers, Craig.